Okay, so for the coil lantern, they are all going to be starting off the same way, and that is with a slab base. So we've all made a lot of slabs, okay? So you're just going to make it the same way using the guide sticks, the rolling pin. For this, I would grab about maybe this much clay to create your slab. So it's like 2-ish golf balls worth. And then just roll it out. Okay? To get your overall shape, I have cookie cutters for you. Okay? So I have an assortment of cookie cutters up front that you'll be able to use. I have a lot of circles, I've got oval, I have a square, I have a hexagon. So this is what you'll be able to use to cut out a really, really nice, perfect shape. So once you roll out your slab, you'll bring it up to the wedging table, and then you're going to grab a piece of saran wrap. Okay? So the saran wrap lays on top of the clay, and then you'll take your cookie cutter and you will cut out your cookie. Okay? The plastic wrap protects the clay from sticking to the cookie cutter. Okay? So it acts like a barrier. So now my cookie cutter is nice and clean. Okay? I can peel off the saran wrap and I have a perfect circle. Okay? So this will not only give you a really good starting off point, but it will also make sure that you have a good size base. If you go too small or too big, your lantern's gonna not turn out as well. Okay? So you'll bring your slab up, grab a cookie cutter, grab some saran wrap, cut it out. From there, you will bring it back to your spot. And then the first thing you do when you get back is you write your name. Okay? So you're just going to carve your name onto the bottom of your base, and then you will be able to start working from there. When working with coils, when building, I like to mass produce coils. Okay? It's a lot easier to have a bunch of coils pre-made and then have designs pre-made than to just make one, attach it, make another, attach it, make another, attach it. Okay? It's just gonna take you a lot longer. So I would kind of pre-make a bunch of coils and designs. Okay? For your design ones, okay, so when you're doing your spiral, if you're doing a fold, you know, whatever it is you're making, to kind of help with that stability is I would pre-blend. Okay? So here I made my spiral, I flip it over, and then using my clay tool, I just blended. I made my fold, turned it over, blend. Okay, this fancy fold, turn, blend. Okay, so this way, everything kind of holds together and it's easier for you to attach when they're kind of pre-blended, especially some of the techniques like the one using the short coils. If I try to individually put all of that together to build a wall, it's gonna keep falling apart on me. By pre-making it and pre-blending, it holds together and becomes almost like a brick that I'm using to build up my walls. Okay. So just pre-blend. Okay. So once you have a whole slew of coils made and some of your design styles made, you'll be able to start building. I personally suggest having your first layer be just a regular rope. Okay. It just kind of adds to that stability. So if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. I had students last block start off and they just had, you know, spirals kind of throughout, and then they started filling in from there. Okay. So, okay. Just like with everything, you have to score and add slip. Okay. So score all your pieces, add your slip, and then attach. And I'm just adding the coil directly on top of my base, okay? Just directly on top. You might notice that my coil was not long enough, and that is okay because I can add another one to finish up that circle, okay? And then where they connect, I can then go in and blend. Okay, so that way that seam disappears and it's like it was just one long coil to begin with. Okay? So don't think you have to make huge long coils that wrap all the way around. There's no need. You can just connect them. So there I have one layer. Okay, from here, I'll be able to add my next layer. Okay, so I'm going to score, add my slip, and attach. Then I'll do my next one, score, and I'm actually going to score the side over here where they're going to be attaching, so that way all parts that connect have that slip, have that scoring. And then next one. Score. And slip. And attach. So I'm just kind of building, and it's okay that my layer isn't even. That's part of the charm. It kind of adds to that visual movement, adds to that fluidity, because maybe for my next round, okay, I want to create a coil that loops up and then comes down like that. Remember to always slip and score. Okay. Like that. And then I have that negative space kind of naturally forming, but also things are getting connected throughout. Maybe I can go in and I can fill in some of my negative space with little balls of clay. Remember, slip and score. Always slip and score. Kind of add all of that. Okay. So you're just building. For the blending on the inside, I suggest building about 2 to 3 inches up and then blending the inside. Or if you start to create some designs that might be a little bit more delicate, go in and blend. So for blending the inside, you always want to support the outside. So here I'm using my one hand on the outside supporting my wall, and then I can go in with my clay tool and blend my design, my coil in and out from one into the next. Okay, so you can see that it's starting to be connected a little bit better, adds that stability, makes it a little bit stronger. Okay. I can also go in with a wet sponge to help smooth it out, to really make it look like a nice seamless blend. Okay. So you'll kind of just build as you're going. Every 2 to 3 inches, blend the inside. Okay? If you wait until the very end and you have a 7-inch tall piece and you're trying to stick your hand to get to the bottom, you might not be able to reach. Okay? The pieces aren't going to be huge. I have smaller hands, so I would probably be able to reach, but if you have larger hands, you just physically, it won't fit. Right? So every couple inches, blend, smooth. So then the idea at the end is that, you know, you'll have kind of your designs going all the way in the round. Craftsmanship, really important. Okay, so pay attention to how neat and tidy all your coils are. I do not want to see this. Okay. These are very, very sad coils. They're very sad. All right. Inside is really rough too. All right. So you really want to take your time, have good coils you start off with, pay attention to your designs as you're kind of building. Okay. Any questions?